We've all been there. You get paid Friday and you're broke by Monday. You're sitting there wondering how 8 smoothies, a coffee, and a pair of sneakers ruined your life. Here's the truth. It's not just you. The entire system is engineered to keep you spending, scrolling, and wanting more, all while living paycheck to paycheck. Welcome back to the channel. Tune in or go stout. It seems like the trap that is consumerism has hit our generation the hardest out of anybody. I'm not saying boomers or millennials don't overspend, but they actually have money to spend. Gen Z is broker than ever. From seeing ourselves through products to trying to maintain lifestyles, this spending habit has trapped many people in a cycle of debt that is generational. So let me not blabber anymore. Let's get straight into it.
You lose. Need some change? No. Why? Because I'm all out of money. All out of.
The lifestyle inflation trap. This is the one that a lot of people run into. When we make more money, we finally feel secure, but instead of holding on to that security, we just go and live bigger lives. New cars, bigger apartments, brand new iPhone, anything to feel like we're catching up to an imaginary finish line. Like, it's such a sick world. I remember when I got my first raise, the first thing I did was buy a brand new monitor for my setup. And instead of waiting to buy it, I remember going into my savings to get the remaining cost that I needed to buy it. And I told myself, well, I have more money, so I won't even miss it that long. This simple mindset led me to years of overspending and undersaving, making my financial future seem more like a doomed curse than something I was looking forward to. I can't speak for everybody else in the world, but in America, we have a huge lifestyle problem. You've probably heard all the reports of not enough jobs or the crazy cost of healthcare, accompanied by reports of Americans spending more on travel, fast food, and technology than ever, even with the tough economy. And that's not because we're not feeling the pain of this tough economy, but we're spending like it's not really a thing. Living above your means has been kind of normal for Americans. We are the credit card country after all, but something happened after the pandemic that really messed with our brains. People got such a large influx of money and their habits of spending got way worse, leading them to inflate their already inflated lifestyles. With the added fear of looking like you're falling off or going broke, as they say, this has only caused people to continue the spiral even further. People like to act like it's only poor people who do this, but I know a lot of people making $100K plus who are living like they're in poverty. They're not current on any of their bills. There's no investment because all the money is leaving before it enters, and they're terrified about a debt collector coming to get them. I don't know where in America wealth got confused with debt, but this consumerism is thriving off of it.
That's how you doing it. DJ Calvin style? Okay.
I truly feel that the reason that consumerism is at an all-time high is because of the weird parasocial relationship people have with celebrities and influencers and themselves. While this has always been true, you can look at things like the Jordan brand or anything that Travis Scott touches. But in 2025, celebrity cosigns are at an all-time high, and you can't escape it. Everywhere from your favorite clothing store to the fast food places that you eat, all have some celebrity shoving a meal that's overpriced in your face. Like I said, while they're not new, the amount of them has increased, and restaurants that have never done them before are now doing them. Even Popeyes recently had streamer meals. Side note, that was really funny because I think they signed the streamer meals deal thing and it was like a 360 deal and they lost a bunch of rights. Saying I'm out of touch is beyond obvious, but I don't understand why we need a FaZe Lacy meal. But the reason that these collabs keep happening is because people who are fans of these people will buy it. I could say a lot about the creator's backbone and, like, why are you doing this? But it's a bunch of money for little to no effort, so I understand why it's being done. But us as the consumer, why are we running out to buy food that really tastes like garbage because it's tied to our favorite celebrity's name or the lifestyle they live? I see this a lot in the health sector of social media, but every single one of those content creators put pushes a certain brand and image and like a lifestyle that encompasses a bunch of different products that you feel like you need because they have it. Whether it's down to the gloves they wear or the coffee they drink, everything is a sponsorship in their house that they push onto you as their fan. A good example are like Stanleys. Do you guys remember when those dropped and they were having people fight at the stores to get them because their favorite influencer was seen having it in a video? And it was like a $50 cup that did the same thing as a $20 cup. Instead of identity coming from the tough things in life or the hard moments, the things that don't really happen too quickly, we've fallen into the trap of building identities almost like characters in video games. Instead of finding things to believe in, we just frame an aesthetic that is not true to us but the world around us. This urge to spend plays off your urge to want to feel connected to the people around you. We have less meaningful connections, so the money becomes the tool to unite us. It makes us morph who we truly are or what we like to fit the structure that is shown to us. I can make a very long video about parasocial relationships and how the influencers that we follow are like blueprints to who we want to be, but they're all selling the same form of overconsumption. It might just have different packaging. I'm not saying there's no authentic creators out there. There's a bunch. But the amount of grifters on the scene and people who are just putting on a message for a check are also at an all-time high, and they're taking any brand deal they can get.
Hey, and these bitch niggas gon' hate me 'cause I already know we got a panic relief.
Everything is designed to make you feel like you need it now, whether it's the limited drops, the one-click buy, or the overly aggressive personalized ads. And I'm so serious about that last one. I remember before I started this channel, I was worried about what mic I should buy or if it was high quality enough. And not even 15 minutes later, when I opened the Amazon app, the first thing recommended were mics. Like, we know you're listening, but can you please try to hide it? But that constant thing of seeing things that we didn't know we needed isn't an accident. It's not a coincidence. The algorithm knows what you want before you even want it. And while we all like to think we have willpower, the reality of a 40% discount on something that you kind of wanted is a good enough factor to add it to cart and buy. There's no long-term consequences when you have 2-day shipping. Before you can feel a sense of regret, it's at your door and in your hands. Consumerism of overconsumption relies on the fact that you can't check yourself in the moment. The want to satisfy the need comes so naturally to us that it preys off this exact fact. I've said this before, and every time you wake up and lay your eyes on the world, you're being hit with a million ads that you don't even know about. The sights, sounds, and smells are not happening by accident. Everything is well timed. It's the right pigment of color and the right tone of sound to make you want to spend the green. The sooner you realize everything is trying to provoke an emotion or a reaction out of you, the easier it is to not give them that satisfaction. Like, think about it. There's less stigma around being an alcoholic than there is about being somebody who's cheap. They make up songs and terms and they constantly ridicule you for not spending money like the masses. The idea of flexing is just built into our brains and we never question it, because learning to delay gratification is the ultimate rebellion against the system. When they can't bleed you dry or manipulate you into doing what they want, that's where the danger is seen by them. Somebody who can think and act for themselves. I've mentioned that consumerism is at all-time high, but this tool spans back many generations and decades and empires. If you keep the public consuming and distracted, then they're way easier to control. And consumerism is the embodiment of that. Spend, spend, spend. Don't look at the world in front of you. Just ignore the crash. We'll be fine. We've all been asking the question, how are people maintaining? Credit card debt is at all-time high and the payments are at an all-time low. Something is not right. But at every question, you're told that it's okay and that it's just you being crazy. But the unstable structure we're standing on is built off years of instant gratification and putting off the payments till tomorrow. Well, we're here at tomorrow. I'm not saying never buy anything. I'm not out here preaching some monk lifestyle where you live with one fork and a mattress on the floor. What I'm saying is, if we don't learn how this game works, we're always doomed to lose. And trust me, I've been there. I've tried to swipe my way into happiness. I've bought a bunch of stuff to fill a void, but guess what? That void doesn't get full. It just sends you an email asking for another credit card because the one on file declined. And the wildest part of it all, you didn't even want the thing you went into debt for. You wanted the feeling that you thought it was going to give you. But unknown to you, that feeling has an expiration date shorter than a gas station sandwich. So yeah, I'm calling myself out here too. We all play this game whether we realize it or not. The real cheat code is stepping back and asking, am I buying this because I need it or am I trying to distract myself? I'll stop preaching, but let's make this fun. Drop in the comments what the dumbest thing you ever impulse bought was. I'll go first. It was a $200 scuff controller, and I suck at video games. If you haven't liked the video already, please go ahead and drop a like on the video, and a subscription does more for me than you could ever know. With that being said, thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
Transmission complete. Signal terminating. This is Ghostthread, signing off.